Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the project we're making today. Isn't it so cute? Okay, let me give you the supplies. This is powder pink cardstock that measures 6 by 6, another piece that measures 3 by 3, thick Whisper White 3 by 3, regular Whisper White scraps for our greeting, and these little flowers over here. And then we've got 4 pieces of the powder pink designer series paper stack, and that's in the 2017 through 2019 in color stack, and that measures 2 7/8 by 1 3/8. So let me say that again, 2 7/8 by 1 3/8, and you need 4 of those. Okay, let's start with the 6 by 6 cardstock, and we're going to score it at 1 1/2 on all 4 sides. So 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, and 1 1/2. Recap again, score at 1 1/2 on all 4 sides. Now let's take our scissors and we're going to cut up to the score line on 2 sides parallel to each other, okay? Now I'm going to fold on the score lines. The reason I cut before is just to make sure that I cut on a straight line. Sometimes after I fold on that score line, it gets a little confusing about where to cut it. Try it and you'll see what I mean. Okay, one more. Now let's do some trimming of these tabs. So there's 4 tabs, 4 outside tabs. I'm going to trim a little to the left and a little to the right, and then trim off about 1/3 of it. Okay, so the same thing on the other 3 tabs. Well, a little shy on that one. Okay. Okay, what we're going to do now is bring those tabs in to form our box. So we're going to put tear and tape on those 4 tabs. Since this is a sample, I'm just going to put 1 piece on each of the tabs. If I was going to add a bunch of candy in there, I might put 2 pieces. Candy doesn't weigh very much though, so. Okay, one more. Okay, now let's take the paper piercer and pull the backing off of the tear and tape. Oh, I'm covering up his face. Okay. There's our box. Okay. Now, this is the front, or this is the front, whichever one looks the best. I'm going to call this my front. So I want to run my ribbon side to side. This is 8.5 inches of the flax ribbon. And what I'm going to do is take a glue dot and place it on the box exactly where I want the ribbon to go. So I want it to go right there. And then on the other side, I'm going to do the same thing. Parallel to each other, okay? So I'm going to take this ribbon and then this one. Okay, so there's our ribbon. Now we're going to reinforce it in just a minute, so not to worry. I'm going to take the designer series paper, and if I somehow got crooked on the cutting, which I didn't, I would just look through those and figure out which one is the straightest and make sure that that's the front of my box. So it's just going to get attached just like that. I'm going to take my snail. It's a little hard to see because the paper is running together. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the adhesive on the other 3 pieces. So maybe what I should have done was found one of these that the lighter, this piece probably would have been more attractive on the front side because it doesn't have the powder pink. Does that make sense? It's okay though, it's my sample. Well, I attached that one crooked. Come back here. That's what I get for talking. There we go. And now this one. Now we're going to add brads to the side to hold our ribbon in place. So I'm going to be using our metallic brads. Use whatever color you prefer. I used gold when I created the project because I didn't know I was going to be using rhinestones. After I used the rhinestones, I thought, well, it would have been better if I'd used the silver. There's different sizes, different colors, so check those out. Okay, so I'm going to take my chick stand and my paper piercer. If you have the 1/8 circle punch, you can use that, and it will go through all those layers. That punch is retiring though, okay? Oh, I forgot to put my flower, so let me rewind for just a second. Whisper White, Bitty Blooms punch pack. And my punch gets stuck. Not sure why. So I'm going to place it here and get that hole started. And then place it on here. And now I'll take my brad. Okay, see? I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side. So place the flower where I want it. I'm going to place this in here just to give me something to, so that I don't squish my box. So if you don't have a chick stand, they're over on my website. Okay, there's that. I'm going to take that back out of there. Okay, there's our handle, nice and reinforced. Okay, now this is the scraps for our greeting. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. This is from the Itty Bitty Greetings stamp set. I'm not sure if I stamped that blurry or not. I'm going to stamp it 2 times just to be on the safe side. Now I'm going to take my thick Whisper White and I'm going to stamp the bunny. Now we can close up this ink pad. I'm going to take light Flirty Flamingo, light Crumb Cake. I'm going to give his ears a little color, or her. And then the light Crumb Cake. Whoops. Okay, for the greeting, I'm going to cut that out using the classic label punch. And I want to try to make sure I have the equal distance to the left and to the right because we are going to be adding the rhinestone, okay? Now we're going to cut this out with the 2 1/4 circle punch. And now we need the big shot to cut out our scallop circle. We're using the layering circles framelets. So let me move this stuff out of the way and get the big shot. Okay, so we got the Big Shot, magnetic platform, and a cutting pad. I'm going to cut out this scallop circle. Okay, so now we can finish this box. So I'm just going to put regular adhesive on the back of this snail. And then I'm going to only put adhesive on the bottom and add this to the front. Let's see, do I want to change which one's my front of the box? They both look good. Okay, there's that. And then we're going to take the greeting and we're going to put the mini dimensionals on it. I like to use my paper piercer. It gives me better control of the little mini dimensional, and I love them because it saves time and you don't have to cut them in half the way we used to with the regular dimensionals. Okay, so that's going to go right about there, and then I'm going to take the rhinestones and I'm going to take the medium size and add one on each side. And we have one more step. It's kind of hard for you to see in the video, but I did take the Wink of Stella and added a little glitter to the face. You just want to make sure though that you don't go over the areas that you don't want to touch the ink, okay? Because you'll smear it. So I'm just lightly going around, avoiding the ink. Hopefully that makes sense. Because Memento ink isn't waterproof. So, yeah, don't touch the ink, okay? Okay, so only thing we have left is just to add some treats inside there. Add your little grass or confetti paper. Cute, right? If you have any questions, let me know. There'll be a free PDF over on my website with pictures and the diagram, okay? Thanks a lot. Bye.